You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
All right, people, what's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, and you have tuned into The Bad Boy Show. So, Miles is not here today, so you're going to be just rocking with me. Miles will be back next week. All right, so today we're going to be talking about weak man game, okay? We're going to be talking about the game of these weak motherfuckers out here, man. It's terrible. But anyway, before we get into all that, man, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be getting into some news, and we're going to make it happen, all right? You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
Introducing Ital Roots Jamaican Roots Drink, a perfect blend of health-enriching tropical fruits and naturally powerful male libido-enhancing herbs. Voted best-tasting roots drink in the market and made from superior high-end holistic natural materials. The main ingredient in Ital Roots is Cheney root, a well-known tropical aphrodisiac discovered in Jamaica for men with low energy or low sex drive. It's very high in iron content. This makes it excellent for cleansing and building up the blood cells wherever your body needs it. Buy on Amazon.com or JuiceForLifePlus.com. That's Juice, the number 4, Life, PLUS.com.
Yeah, people. We are back on The Bad Boy Show. So there's been some shit happening in the news. Crazy shit, man. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But anyway, so the first story is about this guy. He set his pregnant girlfriend on fire. Okay, so basically the story was the chick was allegedly gonna break up with this dude. I wonder why. And so he gets mad, throws some gasoline on her, and then lights a match or whatever, or a lighter, and, you know, she goes up in flames or whatever. But I think they said she had some second-degree burns or something like that, and she went to the hospital. And the funny part was they were saying that it took her a while to sort of admit that it was her boyfriend that did it. Like, she didn't even want to say it was him, you know? So that shit is crazy. And I'm just like, you see, this is the topic of today. We're talking about weak men, right? And you got to be a weak dude to be doing some type of bullshit like that. You understand? So you're going to set your girl on fire because she's trying to break up with you? Like, that's crazy. This is why, you know, dudes got to really get it together, because if this is the way that you're acting out here, you need some goddamn help, right? So, you know, it's unfortunate shit like this got to go down, but it goes down because motherfuckers is weak. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, hopefully that, you know, that chick gets some, you know, help, and this dude, you know, it's a wrap for this guy, but you guys got to stop being simps out this motherfucker, all right? But anyway, so next story we got is a man, he stabbed this transgender chick or dude, I'm not exactly sure how to address it, for not revealing that she was born a man, right? So I guess, you know, transgender woman, whatever. So the story goes, this dude meets this chick, I guess on an online dating site, I think it was. They go to a hotel, they, I guess, have some sex, and then, you know, she reveals she was born a man, or he finds out she was born a man. And then so this dude ends up stabbing her like 100 and like, I think they said 19 times or some shit. And so, you know, I put this story on my Facebook page, and, you know, I was saying that, yo, you know, if you're transgender, you know, you got to let people know, right? And then so when I put that up there, I was like, you know, I said, you know, you got to be honest. So when I put that up there, they were like, oh, are you trying to defend this guy who's a murderer? And I'm like, no, I'm not defending any of that shit. I don't think he should have, you know, killed the chick, right? But the thing is that you don't know who you're dealing with. And when you are doing that type of stuff, you're being deceptive. You see what I'm saying? So the thing that I think what happens in these cases or in these situations is, you know, people who are transgender, they probably have family and friends, you know, some of them who are like, okay, well, you know, you do you, we love you, it's all good, right? And then so what happens is that I guess they, you know, if she's like, oh, I identify as a woman, so since she identifies as a woman, I guess she feels like, oh, I could just be a woman, right? But see, that's not the case. So if you're dealing with another person on a sexual level and they're thinking that you are born a woman, they're expecting a certain thing. You see what I'm saying? But then if you aren't born a woman and then they find out you're not born a woman, then that's some drama that's going to go down. There's some fucking crazy shit that's going to pop off, right? So the thing is, you got to be honest in the situations, right? And it's weird because I was seeing online, certain people were like, you know, oh, well, I don't think she's obligated to say anything. And she don't like, why does she have to reveal that she was born a man? I'm like, what? I'm like, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. You have to let motherfuckers know what they're getting into. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool. And then so this is not like the first time I even heard of a story like this. There was I think a year ago or 2 years ago, some other dude ended up like murdering some chick that, you know, that some chick that was born a man or whatever. And so this shit goes down like that because, you know, these dudes, they snap and they fucking be on some crazy shit. And then this is what happens, right? So if you're honest and you just say, look, this is what it is. And then you find motherfuckers who want to actually be in a relationship with you like that. See, that's what I talk about all day when I say the truth is inside you. You understand? Like, you got to understand who you are and what you're about and not be, you know, afraid to let people know this is who I am. And then you attract the people who are going to want to be with you instead of trying to deceive other people. You understand? And I'm not saying this to bring light to the guy of what he did or you know, be like, oh, I'm for what he did. Nah, you understand? But the thing is that, you know, it's not a good situation to be in where, you know, you're deceiving people, and then you got to understand that there could be consequences for that. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, because you don't know who the fuck these people are, how crazy they're going to get. You understand? So if you're, you know, basically deceiving them on purpose and you know you're deceiving them, and then there's consequences to that deception, you know, it's the way shit goes down sometimes. You see what I mean? Because you never know what is going to happen. Because I heard, you know, somebody was like, oh, you know, why did he have to kill her? You know, that's not right. And you know, maybe like he should have just beat her up or something like that. And I'm like, okay, but you don't really know how a person's going to react. So instead of going through all of that, all he had to do is say, because they said that him and this girl allegedly was talking on the, I guess, chatting online for 2 months. So for 2 months, you know, there was no mention of the fact that, you know, she was born a man. You see what I'm saying? So if this was mentioned earlier, then he probably wouldn't have fucked with her. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just saying, you guys got to be honest out here. And you know, it's crazy because everybody's going crazy over you know, Donald Trump, because he said he's banning transgender people from the military. You know, and so the thing is, I don't think, you know, most people really care about the military like that. I don't know. Like I don't want to go to no damn military. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's the whole feel of, you know, saying that, yo, you can't do it. You understand? I guess, which is the offensive type of thing, right? Now, man, what else we got up here in the news? Shit. So in other news, this was fucking crazy. New York City couple killed themselves over financial troubles. So the story was, it was some couple, they were like in their 50s, and they owed you know, a few $1,000s in debt. I think it was like, one was like, they had some debt like with, I think $63,000, and something else was like $200,000. And I think they both needed medical assistance, and they didn't have enough money to pay for their, I guess, medical care. So I guess what happened was the stress got to them, And then they ended up, killing themselves. Right? And see, this is the thing when it's interesting, because when you take life too seriously and you make these things, like these outside things control how happy you are, how you feel, and all this other stuff, then, you end up being like, fuck it all, and you're just killing yourself. See, you're going to die anyway, right? But I just don't understand why a person would want to just kill himself. For what? You understand? And over, some money? You know what I'm saying? You can always get more money. You can always make more money. You can probably have friends or family you could borrow some money from. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's that big of a deal. But, people have their own feelings about shit. They have their own thought processes about shit. And, it is what it is, right? But, it's sad that this couple killed themselves. And they said, I think they jumped off of a building or some shit like that together. So, I mean, that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So, you people out there, you gotta, don't let all this everyday life bullshit get to you. It's gonna be okay. Okay? It's gonna be all right. God damn it. Man. So now, the last story I got here is there was a white chick indicted on felony charges for claiming 3 black men raped her. Okay? Man. Why do these chicks do this to themselves? This is terrible. And the thing was, this chick was like 19 years old, and the story was that she ran into some church, I think, with like her underwear on and some scratches on her, and she said she got, raped by 3 black dudes. And it's like, could y'all please stop blaming niggas for everything? God damn it. Like, what the fuck? Why niggas gotta be the thing for every fucking thing? You understand? I don't like it. And you fucking white girls need to chill the fuck out. It's getting harder for me to defend y'all motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Cause for the people who know me for real, they know that I am a white girl connoisseur. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with white chicks. And then it's just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, God damn it. It's like, it's hard enough to try to weed out the racist ones and the feminists. You feel what I'm saying? I like the white chicks who is just ready to get some hard black dick. I just like those chicks. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. Not these fucking women out here on some racist shit, blaming niggas for like, man, like, and see, this makes this, it's like this whole thing where they try to make it in the media like, oh, all these black guys are just lusting after these white girls. No, man, the white girls are lusting after us. Do you understand this? So, I mean, quit the bullshit. Quit the fucking bullshit. But, and just in general, man, like, women gotta stop with these false accusations, man, because that shit is disrespectful to women who actually get raped. You feel what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it's disrespectful to black men when you up here talking about, oh, this is a gang of niggers that raped me. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, I fucking hate that shit. And that shit is just, it's terrible. It fucking needs to stop. And, there needs to be like harsher consequences for, women who do that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So look, before we go on break, right, we are going to take a subscriber email. All right. So this one says, it's real short and sweet. Okay. So this one says, what's the difference between liking a girl and being thirsty? Okay. So basically it's this, right? Now, if you like a chick, you might go up to her and say, hey, how you doing? You have a conversation with her. You say, you know, you seem cute. You seem cool. Give me your number. We should get together sometime. Or here's my number. Give me a call. Right? You like her. You approach her. You holler at her. Right? Now, being thirsty is if she gives you the number and you call her like, you know, every day of the week. She didn't respond to your text. You keep texting her again. Right? That's thirsty. Right? You going out on a date with a chick and because you like her, and let's say y'all are chilling, y'all are flirting, and then let's say you guys make out, you kissing, everything's cool. That's you liking her, right? Now, being thirsty is if you trying to like grab up, like, you know, you're trying to put your hand all up on her ass and she's moving it away and you still trying to do it again. And, you know, you trying to touch her breast and shit. And then she's pushing your hand away. She's like, chill. And you still trying to do it. That's thirsty. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, the difference really is about you understanding that the thirst is more so where you become a little bit obsessive about the situation. To where like you're fiending because you don't have that much going on in your dating life, and this is like it's like your opportunity, your big chance to make something happen. So you have that thirsty energy, and chicks, they can see that, they can feel it, they can smell it from a mile away. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I suggest to you guys out there that you definitely got to step up your game so you do not be that thirsty type of dude. And see, the problem is that there's a lot of people who they get just liking a chick and thirsty mixed up, because you might like a chick and you might try to holler, and then somebody's gonna say, oh, you mad thirsty, right? So they equate thirstiness, or they'll say something, you know, a person's thirsty literally just based off of the fact that this person's showing interest, which is incorrect, right? You showing interest in a girl doesn't mean you're thirsty. Now, you showing excessive interest in a girl, especially when she's not showing any interest in you, then that's thirsty. You understand what I'm saying? It's real simple, right? And so, you know, a lot of times guys are going to be thirsty if they don't have that much experience with women, if they haven't had a chick in a while. You understand? If they're the type of dude who he's not used to being around chicks and he's just so excited to be with any girl and he's trying his best to make something happen no matter what, then you give off that thirsty energy. And that thirsty energy is not attractive at all. Right? So if you have that thirsty energy, then women are going to not gravitate to you. You understand? They are going to basically be like, okay, I got to get the fuck away from this motherfucker because he's just too damn goddamn thirsty. Right? So you got to really get yourself in a position to where you are not thirsty. And it's hard for certain dudes to do if you don't have that much experience. Which is why I try to explain to you guys that you have to put in work, practice, get with a lot of chicks, go on dates, hook up with all these girls, because you want to get yourself into a mode where when you're interacting with women, you don't have that thirsty energy at all. Because when you don't have it, that's what makes you more attractive, and that's what actually gets you more women, right? See, when you're being thirsty, what happens is that it repels women. Then you don't get them, and then you end up being even more thirsty. So it's just like this never-ending cycle. So you have to break that cycle by putting in that work to step up your game, to be in positions to have women and to interact with women, so that you do not become that thirsty motherfucker chilling, trying to, you know, make shit happen on some thirsty energy type of shit. You feel me? So you got to make sure that you understand the difference between liking a chick and being thirsty, because you don't want to get in a situation where you think just liking a girl or being attracted to her or trying to holler at her is thirstiness. Because then if you feel like, oh, I don't want to be that thirsty dude, what's going to happen is you're going to hesitate to try to talk to women. You're not going to know what to do or say, because you're going to feel like you're in this sort of bind of, well, if, you know, how do I get at her? Because I don't want to seem thirsty. And you trying to not seem thirsty is going to sort of put a wrench in your game. It's not going to flow well. You feel what I'm saying? So you definitely got to, you know, understand the difference between liking a chick and being thirsty. All right. So listen, We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to get into the topic where we're talking about weak man game. All right. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to pavionphoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at pavionphoto.com. That's Pavion photo.com. Pavionphoto.com.
All right. We are back. We are back on The Bad Boy Show. So today we're talking about weak man game. What are we talking about when we talking about weak man game? Weak man game. What are we talking about? So, I've always said that you got to understand that everybody has game. Everybody. You, me, him, her. Everybody has game, right? Now, it all depends upon if your game is tight or if your game is weak, right? That's what it really is about. And the tighter your game is, the more success you're going to have in the game. The weaker your game is, then you're going to have less success. It's really simple, right? Now, the reason why I came up with this topic was because the other day I had a friend on Facebook. He shared this video and it's been going around, Facebook and different places. And it was a video of a dude who called in on the Breakfast Club radio show, the morning radio show with Charlamagne the God and DJ MV, Angela Yee, that shit, right? So there's a part of the show where I think it's called Shoot Your Shot. And I think in the show, it's supposed to be them, I guess, trying to holler at somebody or saying, hey, I want to get with somebody, so I'm letting them know, blah, 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 whatever, right? So this dude calls and he's like, yo, I want to shoot my shot with my wife. So they're like, your wife? Like, what are you talking about, right? So he basically said that his wife, cheated on him and he's upset about it. And, the reason why is because he's been working like crazy. So he's been working a lot, trying to provide food and shelter for the family and all that. And now his wife is basically cheating on him. You understand? So then, that was one thing. So then now, as he's talking on the show, you could hear him starts crying. He's like, I just want my wife back. I just want my girl. I just want my wife back. So he's crying over a woman who fucking cheated on him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this motherfucker is weak. This dude's weak. That motherfucker is weak. Okay. And this is why I be telling you guys, man, how important the Bad Boy membership is. Okay. The Bad Boy membership is fucking important. The game is important. Because if you don't understand the game, you're going to be that same dude on the radio show crying and sniffling because his wife left him. Or, she's cheating on him with some other dude and he's sitting there crying. And now, see, part of the reason why she's cheating on this motherfucker is because he's up there crying. See, it shows, his character, the type of guy that he is, the fact that he's crying about, his wife cheating on him. And not only that, he's saying that he wants her back. That's crazy. You're crying, begging a woman to get back with you who cheated on you. That's fucking crazy. Now, you got to ask yourself, why would this woman want to get back with a guy who is crying, and on top of that is going to take her back after she done cheated on him. You see what I'm saying? This dude is weak as fuck, okay? He's fucking weak. And, you know, a lot of you guys out there, you got to understand that if you're being a weak dude, it's going to be very hard for you in the game. It's going to be extremely hard for you in the game, right? And so, you know, we got to ask ourselves, why are these guys weak? Like, what happens? Like, what happens to where a guy is with a woman and she cheats on him and he's on the radio crying and then begging her to come back to him, right? And now, you know, all of that stems from, you know, these guys being insecure, having low self-esteem, and putting these women on a pedestal, right? See, all that low self-esteem shit, all of that, you not being a guy who has confidence, a guy who values himself. When you don't value yourself, right, what's going to happen is that you're going to basically, you know, allow people to walk all over you. Right? See, because this guy that was on the radio crying about his wife, talking about, oh, I've been working so hard. I've been working, all day, all night. He's probably one of these dudes that work at some job, don't even like his fucking job. His boss is just, bossing him around. He's one of those motherfuckers that keep their head down. And, he's like a pushover type of dude. Like his boss is pushing him around. His wife probably bossing him around. He's probably one of these guys. You feel what I'm saying? And so, he doesn't understand that, the actions that he's taking and the things that he's doing is displaying the fact that he's weak. And women aren't going to be into guys who are weak. And see, these guys are insecure and they put these women on a pedestal. And the thing is, these guys have been conditioned and taught to interact with women this way. You understand? They've been taught to act, a certain way when it comes to women. See, they think being this nice guy and pandering to women is the way to attract women, right? And the reason why they think this is because they made the mistake of thinking that, what a woman says she wants is what she wants, right? See, a woman, she'll say she wants a certain thing, but she doesn't really want that thing she says she wants, right? A woman is going to respond to something different than what she says she wants. So this guy, he probably fell into the trap of, he was with her. They was probably, dating. They became boyfriend and girlfriend. She's like, I want to be with you. We should get married. We should have kids. We need to do this. We need to do that. And then he's just listening to every fucking thing she's saying and not, living in his purpose, not living in the thing he wants to do. And he's just going along, specifically with what she wants. He's not basically, seeing what type of chick this is. And the other day I was online and I said this thing where I was like, you should be with a woman at least 5 to 10 years before you marry that chick. At least 5 to 10 years. I put that shit on my Instagram. I put that shit on my Facebook. I did a video about it. I was talking about it, and men and women was getting on me, but it was mostly the men that were getting on me was mostly the dudes who's, usually the manginas, the feminists, the guys who have the female talking points. And then I had some ladies on Twitter hit me up talking about, what? That's too long and that's crazy. And, this and this and that and this and this and that. You understand? But see, as a guy who, if you're a weak dude, you're going to be listening to those women who's saying, you got to marry me quicker. And you're going to become one of these mangina guys that's defending that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to get to a point in life first that you value yourself. So all you weak guys out there, you have to value yourself. If you do not value yourself, then you're going to get shit on. Because if you don't value yourself, you are going to be the type of person who invites the bullshit. Like I was talking about this the other day when I was on the Dating Advice Hour with Steve the Dean. Shout out to my dude, Steve the Dean. You feel me? But I was on the show the other day, and we were answering some questions, and, you know, these guys were sending in questions talking about, yo, I'm with this girl, and, you know, I was over her house, and then, you know, I was trying to make it happen with her, and then she told me to sleep on the couch or some shit, like, told me to sleep in the other room and not bother her, and then I tried to go in the room and kiss her, and then she was like, no, I ain't trying to do nothing. Like, you know, a lot of you guys take a lot of nonsense and bullshit from women because you don't value yourself. And see, if you value yourself, you're not going to take the bullshit, because what you value, you're going to treat well. So if you value yourself, you're going to treat yourself well, and you're not going to allow anybody to treat you lower or any different than you expect yourself to be treated. So I use the example, and I've talked about this too, you know, in my DVD Manhood in the Game, which you guys definitely should get. Go to MrLocario.com and get Manhood in the Game. That shit is fire. All right. You feel me? So you guys got to go and get that shit. But in there, I was talking about kind of like, you know, if you value yourself, right, you're not going to let any bullshit come into your life, because I use the example of, if you know, when you walk into your grandmother's house or somebody's house and you got to take them shoes off, right? And you got to take those shoes off because they got that nice carpet or the nice floor, and they value the floor so much, they value the cleanliness of their house, that they're like, you got to take them shoes off. There's no way you going to step on these fucking, you know, this carpet or this floor with them shoes that you was outside in with dirt and all that other stuff, right? So the thing is, you got to look at yourself like that carpet. But see, you are making these motherfuckers step on you with their shoes. You feel what I'm saying? You letting these women step on you with their shoes. You letting them disrespect you. And the reason why you're allowing that is because you don't respect yourself. It's kind of like if you go into a bathroom and that shit is clean as a motherfucker, right? If you drop a piece of paper or a tissue on the floor, you might pick it up, put it in the garbage. But if you go into one of these public restrooms and there's piss and shit all over the place, the shit looking like fucking hell, you're not going to worry about if you pissed on the seat. You don't give a fuck, because everybody done pissed on the fucking seat. They don't care. You understand? So it's the same thing. You're like that pissy ass, dirty ass fucking bathroom. You feel what I'm saying? And you're letting these women piss and shit on you. You understand? And the reason why you're doing that is because you feel like you don't deserve any better. You feel like, oh, well, you know, I don't deserve this. This girl's out my league. I got to do every and anything to get her and to keep her. That's weak man game. You feel what I'm saying? See, the weak man game is basically doing all the things that they were taught by their single mother to do, doing all the things that the media tell, oh, you got to open the door for the girl. You got to, you know, treat her nice. You got to buy her flowers. You got to, put her on the pedestal. You got to impress her. You got to do all that. That's weak man game. All that shit that you think you're supposed to do. And, you know, and this is the funny part about it. These guys do this shit and this shit don't fucking work. So I'm like, why are you doing it? What's the point? You see that it doesn't work. You see that, you know, putting in that type of energy doesn't fucking work. Right. And then what you do is you say and sit there and complain. And you're like, oh, why are these girls always going for these bad boys? Right. And then what happens is the bad boys are fucking the shit out of these chicks. And then what happens is that these girls come back and crying to you, oh, he was being such an asshole today. And, why can't he just treat me right? And yada, yada, yada. And you sitting there like, but girl, I'll treat you right. I'll be, but no, we're just friends. You're my best friend. I could never do that with you and blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, but girl, he's not good for you. You deserve better. And she's like, you know what? You're right. I do deserve better. I should, I do deserve better. I'm not going to talk to him ever again. Fuck him. He's an asshole. Right. So now you're thinking with your weak man game that you're going to slide up in there. You thinking that, oh, finally it's my chance to get with this chick. And the next thing you know, right, She hitting you up again in the middle of the night, crying, talking about, oh my God, he played me again. I went over there and he kicked me out, and he was talking to some other girl, and you're looking at this chick like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? And you just don't understand it. In your weak man game mind, you keep thinking that, oh, well, one day she's going to understand. One day she's going to recognize the type of guy I am. One day she's going to recognize how good I am for her, right? And that all that shit is weak man game. Because the thing is, you're sitting there thinking and wishing and hoping and praying that she's going to come to her senses, right? But see, it's not about her coming to her senses. It's about you coming to your senses. You understand? It's about you coming to your goddamn senses and stop with this weak bullshit. Like that guy on the radio show on the Breakfast Club crying about his girl, talking about, oh, I just want my wife back. He hasn't come to his senses. You see what I'm saying? Because see, when you are a dude with weak game, right? What happens is that at some point you're looking and you're waiting for a woman to recognize the sacrifice you made. You're looking for this girl to recognize, oh, you were always there for her. You were always treating her nice and right. You were, when the bad boy was dissing her and doing all this other stuff, you were there. You had her, in your room, and she was crying on your shoulder, all that other shit. You're trying to get rewarded for your good behavior. You see what I'm saying? But see, it's not even good behavior. It's just you don't understand the game. Your game is weak. You think that this is the way to get to her panties. You think this is the way that I'm going to be able to get with her. But see, again, that is weak man game, because you don't understand the game on how to really attract women. You understand? This is why you motherfuckers need to go to the Bad Boy membership. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Got the whole crowd cheering at that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Man. I know. The Bad Boy membership is so fucking good. I'm up here shameless plugging and shit. But anyway, it's back on topic, God damn it. All right, so weak man game. And usually, see, the weak man game is usually guys who are feminists, manginas, Captain Save-A-Hoes. These are the guys who usually have the weak game, because what they do is that they sort of, side with women against the bad boys. So when they hear a bad boy talking, when they're hearing alpha male talking, when they see an alpha male operate, right? What these feminists and manginas and Captain Save-A-Hoes do, these guys with the weak game, they sort of side with these women because they keep hearing the women complaining about these guys, right? So they think, well, if I side with her and complain also, then she's going to like me because I'm on her side. But see, what they don't understand is that the complaining that these women are doing is part of the attraction she has for the guy she's complaining about. But see, if you're a guy with weak game, you don't understand that. Because as much as she complains about this dude, next week his dick is in her mouth. You feel what I'm saying? That's what happens. As much as she's complaining, she still goes back to this guy. But see, the guys who have the weak game do not understand this concept. They think that, okay, it's only a matter of time till she realizes I'm the dude she needs to be with, right? And then see, what happens is some of these dudes, right, who have this weak game, they get with girls. It's not like, these guys who have the weak game or the weak man game. It's not like they don't get women, right? But see, usually what happens, and I've talked about this before, when they get women, the women that they get are the super dominant and aggressive and disrespectful ass women. You understand? Those are usually the type of women that these guys get. And the reason for this is because, those women like to control weak men, right? See, these women aren't necessarily that attracted to these guys. It's just they like the feeling of having some sort of like, you know, power over these guys, right? And these guys are so weak that they'll let it happen. Because look, just like, you know, we're talking about the guy on the radio show. He's begging the woman who cheated on him back. He's begging to take her back, for you know, for her to take him back or whatever. Begging, right? So when you have a man begging to take you back and you're a woman and you're just like, what? Like you're going to use him for your ego. You understand? You can't respect the guy like that. She can't respect you. And see, a woman who's dominant and disrespectful or who's aggressive like that, and you're this weak beta male type of dude, off the bat, she can't respect you because you're weak. You understand? Because a strong dude, a dude whose game is tight, wouldn't be putting up with the bullshit that this woman is doing. See, these dominant chicks, what happens is that they don't fuck with guys who are alpha males because they know that it ain't gonna go down like that. So either they gonna have to switch they shit up or they gonna have to just fuck with the weak dudes. So a lot of you weak guys, a lot of you guys who have that weak game, all you have to look forward to in the game is to be fucking with a dominant, aggressive, belligerent woman who's going to try to control you, manipulate you, and annoy the dog shit out of you. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to understand that if you are these weak guys, this is what you are in for, right? This is what you're going to get. Now, another thing that, you know, these weak guys have, the weak men game, is that they have a lot of female talking points. Because remember, this weak guy, he's a feminist. He's a white knight. He's a man giant. He's a Captain Save-A-Ho, right? So what happens is that since he knows his game is weak and he sees other guys whose game is tight, what he does is that he starts to shame men just like how women shame men. He starts to say certain things that women say so that he can sort of, you know, basically get on their side. Like I was saying earlier, like they'll say shit like, you know, oh, men and women are equal and women can do everything a man can do and all this other stuff. This is the talk of a weak dude, because what happens is, again, he's trying to win points with the woman. This is how he thinks he's supposed to get girls. You understand? He thinks in order to get women, he has to side with them and agree with them with everything. He feels like he has to be that guy to show her, oh, I get it. I get it, girl. I'm with you. I'm a feminist, right? But what he doesn't understand, since his game is weak, he doesn't understand how these women operate. He doesn't understand that, you know, that siding with them isn't going to do shit. So when he has these feminist, you know, and female talking points, he doesn't realize that he's not going to make shit pop for himself. So, you know, these guys, they actually think that men and women are actually equal. And see, I've talked about this before where I was saying that, you know, men and women are equal to the extent that we are human beings, okay? We're human beings, so we're equal, right? But we're also different, therefore we are not equal. So there are things that we do and the way that we act and interact that show that we are not equal. But see, these guys with the weak game, they come into situations and relationships thinking that the women are equal all across the board. And then so you end up being with a woman and you're treating her like she's all the way equal with you, and this shit doesn't work out. See, you got to understand something about life. There's always got to be the balance. It always has to be the yin and the yang. You understand? If you take a plug or something and you plug it into the hole in the wall, into the socket or whatever, and let's say it's your phone charger, your phone is going to charge because you were able to, you know, put the plug into the wall, right? Now the plug is like your dick and the wall is like the vagina. You feel what I'm saying? So because of that difference, it makes the phone work. So it's the same concept in life. Because of our differences, we make life work. My God. My God. My God. My God. You know, sometimes I sit in my room and I stare at the wall. And I just ask myself why. I'm like, why? I'm like, how? Like, what? Like, how is this so difficult for certain men to get? But it is what it is, because I guess it's supposed to be that way, right? There's the balance. There's the dudes who get it and the dudes that don't get it. See, I'm trying to help more dudes get it. You understand? But this is how life goes. Some guys are gonna get it, some guys are not. Hopefully, you guys who are listening are getting this. And if you know a guy who doesn't get it, you need to forward him this video. You understand? And he needs to make sure that he gets on the Bad Boy membership. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. No need for applause. No need for applause. I get it. I understand. I understand. I am fucking with these goddamn sound effects today. I gotta use that more. That's some thunder and lightning shit. I'm gonna say some serious shit. But anyway. So, we're talking about this weak man game, right? And another aspect of these guys with the weak man game is they actually think that alpha males are disrespectful to women. You understand? Because, I be on Facebook, man, and I be writing some shit. I be going in. I be writing my thoughts and my feelings about the game. And I be talking some real shit. And then there's always at least one fucking weak ass beta male dude that has to comment on my posts and shit and, on my wall. And he's like, Mr. Locario, how could you say this? You're such a misogynist. You have no respect for women. And I can't believe you would say something as disgusting and ridiculous as that. And I'm like, dude, all I typed was, I like vagina. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with that? I can't like vagina? That's disrespectful to women because women are more than their vaginas, and you have to care about what's inside, and you gotta stop treating women as objects and sex objects. But I'm like, dude, women are sex objects. What are you talking about? If you look up the word object in the dictionary, it actually says an object is a person. So men and women are sex objects. We are objects who have sex, so we're sex objects, right? But see, the weak man, he's all about not offending women. See, and this is the thing. Ain't nobody out here trying to offend women. See, I don't sit here and I'm like, oh, let me think of the thing that I can think of to make sure that I'm offending some women today. You understand? Like, that's on my to-do list. Okay, I'm gonna do my laundry. I'm gonna, eat some breakfast, go to the gym, offend some women. Like, what are you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that these guys are so concerned about offending women, and this is why they're think that alpha males are disrespectful to women, because an alpha male, a guy who's just masculine, he don't give a fuck. He's just saying what he's saying. He's saying what's on his mind. You understand? He's not trying to offend. What is a guy gonna get out of trying to offend women? What's the point? What's the point? In fact, trying to offend women is kind of like, giving too much importance to a chick. Like, I'm taking time out of my day to offend you? Why? It doesn't make any sense. But see, the weak men, whenever a woman is just dissatisfied and she's feeling upset about something, it's, the world has to stop. Right? So when alpha males say certain things, they think it's disrespectful to women, right? And so these weak men, they're constantly trying to save women, and these women don't even want to be saved. they're constantly coming to the aid of these women, and these women don't want to be saved. See, they'll use weak men for, talking points to back up their nonsensical talking points, but these women don't want to be saved, right? They don't want some Captain Save-A-Ho coming through and sweep one down. They don't want that shit. But these weak men don't understand that, and they continue to do all these different, things. You understand? So like a guy, he could be, a weak guy will be with a chick, and he's basically trying to, date her. He's interested in her. And his weak man game, he thinks that, women like to take it slow, because that's all he's been hearing for a long time. Because since he's never been a guy who's been assertive and a guy who's been with a woman and actually created some sexual tension to get her excited enough to actually want to be with him, since he's never done that, since he's never been in that situation, he doesn't know that chicks actually want to fuck right now. You feel what I'm saying? So when a guy says, who's actually a masculine dude, says to a woman, hey, I want to fuck. Let's go. Let's make something happen. The weak man is like, oh my God, how could he say that? That's terrible. And, you're disrespecting that girl. And so he doesn't understand it. So he's constantly taking shit slow with these women because he doesn't understand the game. So see, the weak man game is very backwards. It's very misguided. It's very confused. It's confusing. It's a very confusing thing to hear your girl, the girl who friend zoned you, say, I want a nice guy. And then you keep seeing her fucking with these bad boys. And then she keeps running back to you saying, I want a nice guy. And you're like, I am that nice guy. I'm being that nice guy. This is why these motherfuckers go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't understand what the fuck's going on. And so if you're these type of guys, if you're the type of guy who's on some weak shit, it's going to be very hard for you. It's going to be very hard for you. And, I don't want you to turn into one of these motherfuckers out here going crazy, doing some wild shit, fucking lighting your girlfriend on fire. You understand? Because of some bullshit, right? Because that's what ends up happening to the guys with the weak game, because they get so frustrated because what they're doing isn't working, and then some shit pops off, right? So, here over at MrLocario.com and badboymembership.com, we're here, we're doing fucking God's work, man. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? No applause, no applause. You ain't gotta, applaud that. You ain't gotta applaud it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But it's like I gotta say some real shit though. Gotta say some real shit, man. The thunder and the lightning. I gotta say some real shit, man. What you guys gotta understand is this. If you're a guy whose game is weak, it's over for you. It's over for you. It's over for you. Now, what do I mean by it's over for you? What I mean is that for a lot of guys whose game is weak, and you have that weak man game, that weak man mindset, right? You are forever, or you're going to be in a cycle of doing bullshit and not getting any success and results. Because what happens is that if your game is weak and you're not getting any success with women, right? You are going to start to feel insecure. You're going to start doubting yourself even more. And then what's going to happen is that when you're dealing with, even try to deal with a girl, she's going to feel that loser energy. She's going to feel that weak man energy. And then she's going to, not want to fuck with you. Then you're going to start feeling even more upset. You're going to start feeling even more insecure. And then you talk to the next girl, and then she's not going to be feeling your shit. And then you're going to feel even more upset, right? So it's just going to be this cycle until you get out of the bullshit. Like, you need to get slapped in the face with some goddamn game. You do. Because if you don't, it's going to be over for you. Real fucking talk. Real fucking talk. Like, man, listen, that dude on the fucking Breakfast Club crying over his girl, the one that fucking cheated on him, and then he's crying about it, and then he's trying to take her back. Like, you gotta be a special type of insecure to be on some bullshit like that. You feel what I'm saying? God damn. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Ah, shit. You know? Because, like, you know, the game is, it's not fair, man. It's not fair. It's not fucking fair. Like, I want you guys to win. I want you guys to, get shit popping. But you got to get out of this weak game. You got to get out this weak man game, this weak man mindset. You got to stop this shit. Because you doing this is, you're going to continue to go in that cycle. Shit's going to get rougher and tougher for you. And then if you do manage to get a girl or you get some shit popping, she's going to see how weak you are. Then she's going to cheat on your ass. And you're going to be calling up the Breakfast Club crying like a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? This is what happens. This is what happens. So, for all the guys out there that be like, oh, I don't need to learn game and all this some shit. Those are the same motherfuckers that's going to be on the air crying. You understand what I'm saying? Because, these dudes out here, they think they think the game is a goddamn game. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. This game ain't a game, bro. Oh my goodness. This game ain't a game, goddammit. It's fucking crazy, man. I'm just like, God. But I really want you guys to really understand what's going on out here. And I want you guys to really step up your game. And this is why we have the goddamn Bad Boy membership. All right? Go to badboymembership.com. and join the membership today, right now. Okay, not now, but right now. You feel me? Ah, man, okay, that's it. I'm done. All right, so listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week. We're going to have Miles back next week. And, hit us up at badboymembership.com. Also, make sure you go to undeniablegame.com to get the free audio program, which is called Undeniable Game. 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. Make sure you get that. Also, be on the lookout. The middle of this month, I'm getting it all together. We're going to have the 30-minute game sessions. That means that me and you, private one-on-one phone sessions, and it's going to be recorded, and you get to keep the recording for yourself so that you can listen back to it and, get the game and, make it happen for yourself. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I am out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.